In this video, I will do a monthly reset in my Erin Condren monthly planner and my PowerSheets. This is a little bit different than my usual monthly planning video, so I hope you'll bear with me while I figure out how to make this process a little more sustainable and simple for me. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I love to simplify life through functional planning and intentional goal setting. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. We're starting here on the monthly review in my Cultivate What Matters PowerSheets. In the gratitude box, I wrote good and improving health because I'm just really happy to have some answers and to know what to do going forward. In the good things box, I am also indicating a health goal. I learned how to bake gluten-free sandwich bread, which was a big deal for me, and I was really happy with myself for pushing through and just keep trying. Also, you need a budget. It's a finance app. It's really great and I love it and it's a good thing. So in January, my priority was my health goal. And so I am just reiterating here that the gluten-free sandwich bread and just having answers and a path forward are part of that health goal growing well. Also, my personal routines, getting into a routine with manicures and attending Goal School premium classes has really been helpful. Things that I've been challenged on are my movement for sure. So I had planned that I would do weekday walks, but I honestly will find any excuse to not go. And right now it's cold and dark and I just need to change something there. And so also the other thing that isn't working was braiding my hair, and honestly I just don't care. So I read Fourth Wing in January. I started a book and actually finished it since this clip, but Ordinary Grace, and then The Happiness Project. I filled in some good memories with my family, and now I'm moving on to prepping for February's goal setting. I use my phone to kind of prep out dates and tasks and other things that I need to make sure happens in February. And now we'll move on to looking at my goal action plans to figure out which goals I want to make progress on in February. I'm just kind of going through and checking off what things I've already done and just kind of reviewing everything. This is, I'm finding the most important part of all of this is just to constantly just review. I wrote in the On My Mind section declutter because that's coming up in March and I just want to start kind of wrapping my head around it, but I don't really want to start working on it yet. Goal areas to make progress on in February include finances, personal development, and my health. For financial goals, I'd like to pump up my emergency fund a little bit and open a high yield savings account. And I also consider doing a pantry challenge, a financial goal, or just like an action item towards my financial goal, just because I'm able to save more money on groceries. So for my personal development goal, I want to unplug and do some cross stitch at night instead of scrolling my phone, and then just continuing my health goal with maybe trying to do some yoga in the morning and then just staying gluten-free because that's life. For my calendar section, I'm just adding some other things that I forgot about, including the Bahrain Grand Prix, which I need to make sure stays on my calendar because it'll be the first race of the 2024 season and I definitely don't want to miss it. Moving on to the tending list section, I am grabbing these worksheets from a Goal School Premium class for January where we learned how to break down goals, and that is something that I just still need a lot of work on. And so those worksheets were super helpful, and actually I'm so happy I took the Goal School Premium class because it was an eye-opener. So in the monthly section on the tending list, I am adding the action items that support my overall goals. I think this is what I was doing wrong before, but since taking the Goal School Premium Masterclass, I've kind of wrapped my head around it a little bit better, and I'm feeling a little more confident in how I'm going to fill out those progress bars. Last month, I just highlighted the whole thing because it was like one single task and not like a small project that supports the goals. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but I guess all that matters is that I understand it. So the weekly action items and rhythms is also something else I was kind of overthinking, I think. And I learned on one of the Cultivate What Matters podcasts recently that a rhythm is like something that happens one time per week. And I think that I'm doing this right. So things that I do every week are like my food prep, and that's a rhythm, or I sit down and do a budget review, and that's a rhythm, but it's not something that happens like every day in the week. And the daily action items are the things that happen each day. And so these are things that I am learning to really like dial into and actually find the things that matter to the current goals and not just things that I think I should be doing. So the next part here, I am decorating this, and to be honest, this doesn't really work for me. I don't think I even want to decorate my tending list anymore. I don't know. I know everybody loves decorating the tending list, but I'm bad with deco. It makes me feel like not confident. It doesn't give me good, happy feelings. I do like to see other people's tending lists when they're all nice and decorated, but mine just never looks right to me. And I say never, this is only the second month, but you know what I mean. Like I don't know. I'm not confident with it, and I don't think I want to be confident with it. Like I don't care. So, and I do end up changing this. I add a little more color and stuff later, which you might see at the end of this video, but in this clip I don't add the color. But I hung in there and kept going. I grabbed some Planner Kate stickers and put a February script up there, and then just found a couple more florals and things to cover up where you could see the word tending list through my like white washi tape there. And it ends up looking fine, and I don't really know what I am trying to do, but this is where I kind of decided to just leave the tending list for now. And like I said, off camera I kind of decorated it a little bit more, but I'm moving on to the break it down page, and this is important because this is where I take those monthly action items from the tending list and then break them down into even smaller steps, like really small steps. The habits and routines is I wanted to adjust my morning routine and just try to make it work better for me. And so that one I was saying, like, I just want to review my workbooks. Like that's the small step I need to take before I can even adjust the routine. So that's just kind of how it works. And then later I'm going to take these little lists and transfer them to my Erin Condren planner. So let's tidy up and move on to the Erin Condren planner. I am putting on my Valentine's cover here, and I actually really like this part. I like the sound it makes. I know you can't hear it in this clip, but I just like that little poppy sound it makes. I don't know. And then of course I have to move over all my stuff. Every month I get this question. These restickable pouch things are from Avery, but they are not available anymore. I can't find them anywhere, and I'm sorry. I love them. I wish that we could get more of them, but I don't know. They discontinued them, I guess. Okay, so now on to February and all of my pre-planning. So I pre-plan everything on sticky notes, and these just move from month to month with me. Some of these are really old, and I mean, you can see there's a Mid-Century Circles one, so they just last and last. I'm using Planner Kate stickers. I bought this plum paper monthly sheet solely for that Hello February sticker. Literally just that one sticker. I don't use those doodles. I just wanted the Hello February. So I also have my favorite labels here in their little matching mini times that go in the time boxes, and my Planner Kate reusable sticker book with all of my February stickers organized together. I used a white post-it note to make an icon key because I use these icons to save space in my monthly planner to indicate recurring tasks and things that happen every single month that I just don't need to write down over and over again. The sticky notes indicate what the icons are, and so that I can put them on the right dates each month, but of course I want cute little stickers to represent them, and these are my Planner Kate BW icons. And then, like I said, I just move over as I place the stickers. I move the sticky notes to the next month, and some of those days are getting kind of full. I'm trying to get in a more regular process or routine with the order that I plan things in. And I figured out that I'd like to get all of these sticky notes off of my monthly spread first because they just take up so much space and they look really chaotic. And I don't like that. And then usually after that, I will go in and add the one off things like appointments and meetings and events and such. For some of those appointments, I have these L labels from Planner Kate, and I like that they already say what it is in them. But I think once I run out of them, I'm just going to stick with those V labels that I showed you earlier, and I'll use again in a minute with the time blocks. I just like the cohesive look of that much, much better. You're going to see a lot of going back and forth between January and February here, and that's because this is the same week. And when I was filming this, I wasn't feeling very well, and I confused myself so much with what was supposed to be happening that week. I just kept looking at February and thinking I was looking at January. I don't know. I ended up having to go back and fix a bunch of things off of camera whenever I realized that I completely messed up all of the times for everything. I'm still finding things messed up in my weekly plan because of this mix up in my monthly spread. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue adding in the things and adding in all the appointments and whatnot and the meetings. And these are those V labels I was talking about that I really love. I have them both in the EC muted and the EC bold colorway. And I'm learning that a lot of my meetings are either at 11 or at 7, and I definitely don't have enough of those times, and I'm gonna have to ask Kate for a custom sheet for that. And here I'm scheduling in some self-care time so that I can redo my little like brow lamination kit and just, all of the other little things. I used to do like a spa night every Sunday, and I just haven't been doing it, so we're gonna take a baby step and just put one in for February, and just, I don't know, maybe I'll get back on that routine soon. We'll see. This is something else I have since changed since filming this clip because I just can't seem to find a way to do like a full week off of school that I like that doesn't cover up the whole week on the monthly spread. I think I just need to write no school on Monday and draw a simple line across and stop trying to make it so complicated. My problem is that I have all of these stickers and I feel like I should use them. And I'm trying to let go of that because that is not, like, the point of the stickers is to help me simplify my planning process, and instead this whole thing is making it more complicated for no reason. So I think from now on, a no school sticker on Monday and a line all the way across is probably sufficient. Now I'm planning some of the family events that I have going on for Valentine's, and I liked this little combo here of the little script that says family time, and then I wrote zoo on it. We have changed our minds since, and we're going to go to the aquarium instead because the zoo, I don't know if they think it's Disney World or something, but it is no longer the frugal family fun it used to be. So we are going to do the aquarium restaurant instead, and they have some like fish exhibits and stuff like that. We are probably not going to eat there, but we will go visit the fish because that's really all my son wanted to do. Moving on to the sidebar, I like to use this little ombre checkbox to indicate some of my monthly reset items, which I change my wallpaper on my devices, I do a digital declutter, I clean out my inboxes, and I switch over my command center to the next month. My command center has the Erin Condren wall organizer, the big calendar, so I do have to change that every month. Then I also add some of the tasks from my monthly task list checklist thing at the front of my planner. I'm trying to be better about flipping back and looking at this because that's the point of that page. And I've noticed a lot of times I don't do it. I just completely forget it exists when it's at the front of my planner like that. Now I'm just adding a budget review little sticker combo thing because that is, my priority goal for the month is to just contribute more to the family budget. And I just want to see, if I can save money on groceries, I can add in some money somewhere else. And now it's time to work on the dashboard, and I'm just reviewing what I did in January. And the same thing, I'm really liking my monthly menu plan. I don't have my menu ready for February yet. I'm still kind of working it out. I have it written down, but just not on the calendar. So this is the Planner Cape Perpetual calendar sheet, and I like to cover up that habit tracker dashboard situation over here on the left side. I really wish Erin Condren would have left the dashboard setup the same as in the life planners and just moved it to the left instead of changing the actual layout of the page. But here I'm adding my Monday start strips, and I'm not going to add the date dots or anything in this clip, but I am putting the little header here like I did last month, but I do change that. So I kind of had a different idea, and I did like how it worked out. I like it both ways, but it is fun to experiment. Now I'm just moving over some sticky notes, and I'm kind of talking about how I'm going to use those action steps sticky notes from Cultivate What Matters to transfer those break it down pages from my PowerSheets. This is where I changed that header, and I put the thin washi there because it covers the words on the dashboard perfectly. And now we have a time warp, and I'm in different clothes, and we've got a lot more stuff. I got interrupted and I had to finish it later. So here's where you can see all the different colors I added to my PowerSheets. And I have tried some different ideas to label this section meal plan, and I just decided to keep it simple and just use the script. I didn't really like the layered look that I tried, and so I'm trying to figure out how I want to use that Hello February sticker that I just had to have, and I don't know, I just think it's cute and I wanted it, so I have to make it work now or else I'll feel silly. So we're putting it up here, and then we're going to add some thin washi right there to cover where that says 2024 because it kind of just like sticks out, and I do like it. I think it works pretty well. The pink Inspire design still matches, so it works out, and we don't need to worry about covering it too much. I needed to find out ways to use these other stickers because I bought them and I want to, use them up and not waste them. And in the future, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to buy the patterned labels anymore. And I really think I want to ask Kate for a custom sheet of those like hello months, because I don't use most of these stickers on this sheet, and I don't know when I would. But here I wanted to cover up that word goals that appears in that dashboard. And I just covered it up with like a simple label for later that I could just use to write in what kind of notes or whatever I was going to write there. And then now I'm moving on and putting this sidebar over here. I got the idea to use that next month sticker on the plum paper sheet to put like the sidebar in the next month so that I had a spot to write things about next month. I don't know. We'll see if I use it. This isn't something that I knew I needed or I thought I needed or anything like that. It was really just a way to use that in a way that made sense to me. And then here I'm changing this and realizing that I needed a spot for school notes because there's things coming up like open house and book fair and stuff like that. So I just moved over that other label to the sidebar, and then that led to me having a really good idea, which you will see me get to in a minute. But it's just, this kind of like playing around leads to some breakthroughs sometimes. This is my weekly spread that you didn't see me. I didn't film it. It's, sorry about that, but that's just life sometimes. So here I'm just talking about making sure I have all of my stuff from my tending list on my calendar, because that's the big thing. If I leave it in my tending list and don't transfer it to my calendar, it doesn't tend to get done. And that's something I learned from January. So we are just going to make sure, even if I have to look at it like 3 times to make sure it's all there. And yeah, so this was one of the things that I missed. I forgot to put the game night, which is one of our family goals, is to do a monthly game and movie night. And so here I'm just using this box and writing. I wrote game night, and you can't really see it, but it says charcuterie. So when I put that box down, I realized that I didn't have enough blue on the other side. And then I realized that I put it on the wrong date. So, this whole month has been kind of like crazy. Well, not the month, but planning of the month has been crazy. I'm getting all the dates all wrong. After I moved that one label over to the monthly spread sidebar, I got the idea that I could make this my little cheat sheet of what I need to do each week, like my rhythms on my tending list. And I was trying to do that in January by putting the icons on each day on the monthly like grid part, and that it looked too chaotic and I didn't like it, and it was just kind of like I didn't need to do that. So over here on the sidebar, where I don't usually use for anything, I thought I'll use my cute icons and write down the weekly things that I want to do each week. Yeah, so my weekly rhythms. And I really liked it, and I think I might continue to do this. This was like a total accident, but I don't know, I like it and it works out. Earlier off camera, I had made these sticky notes from Cultivate What Matters. I decorated them so that they would match because they're green. And so I covered up all the green parts with just pink stickers and stuff. And my idea was that I was going to move them throughout the week, and I still will, but I decided when I saw them like over here on this dashboard page is that I kind of wanted to make a permanent spot for any notes that have to do with them. And so I took the stickers off of the sticky notes and just kind of made a spot for those things because I did already have some notes for those things. And I added a box down here at the bottom just because it fit, and I put a little heart there, and I think I'll just use that for like a monthly, either a gratitude or just like a favorite memory or something. That's the kind of stuff that I wouldn't be adding in my monthly review in my PowerSheets anyways. Okay, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!